You're not simply renovating a rental house. You're engineering a revenue producing business with real tested operating systems in mind. So every wall, every door, every conversion decision, it should be tied to one question. Does this increase revenue or reduce problems? If it doesn't, do one of these two things. If it doesn't do one of these two things, you probably shouldn't be doing it. It's going to cost you money and it's going to waste money. The most consistent lesson or learning I want to share with you came from my hundreds of consulting hours with new hosts and operators. This is it. We run operating hospitality businesses that generate revenue from customers. We don't run our business from an Excel spreadsheet or a pro forma. The spreadsheet is essentially hopium. The operating business, that's what makes deposits in the bank. The conversion ROI ladder. Here's my first framework that I want to talk with you. Let me give you a framework I use on every single conversion project. I call this the conversion ROI ladder. Every upgrade falls into one of four levels. One, revenue generating. Simple. Adding bedrooms, this creates rentable space. Adding bathrooms, that changes what I can charge for that space. It also increases my pricing optionality and reduces the number of occupants that I need to break even on that property. This is probably your highest ROI activity. I'm going to give you an example from my latest hardwood project. Originally, the project was penciled as a 7-bedroom, 4-bathroom project. What I originally bought was a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. When I penciled it, I was going to convert common space into a 7-bedroom, 4-bathroom, adding 2 bathrooms. As you know, I'm a huge proponent of not forcing in the maximum number of bedrooms a house can hold, especially in a co-living property. But I continue to take suggestions, insight, and I seek expertise from others. So after speaking with several other investors that I walked the house with, I agree with them that I can add comfortably 2 large additional bedrooms in the garage by converting the garage. But in doing so, I needed to convert and add 2 additional bathrooms. And that's when I got comfortable with the idea that if I have 5 feet by 8 feet available space in common spaces, I can turn those into usable bathrooms. So what I ended up doing was I created 4 large master bedrooms with their own private bathrooms. And I ended up with 5 spacious bedrooms that share 2 common shared bathrooms. My underwriting on the Excel spreadsheet, my underwriting projected that I needed 3 master en-suites to fill and just 1 shared bathroom to be cash flow positive. After 18 days on the PadSplit platform, this is exactly where I find myself. I now have a 5th person that is booking in. But my 3 master en-suites, they're booked. And I have 1 bedroom and a shared bathroom that's booked. I'm $125 positive cash flow, including all expenses on those 4 bedrooms. That means that the next 5 bedrooms are cash flow positive for me. This falls back onto the generic rule that I want you guys to live by. Get as close to 50% of the rooms filling to break even. I know people talk about selling you, and this is when they talk about $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 of potential gross cash flow. I care about breaking even. You should care about breaking even. It helps you sleep at night. This comes from the power of understanding our business. That's why you're here. I want you to understand that our customer preferences and how making intentional decisions during the acquisition and conversion process help you get to cash flow positive faster. Costs versus ROI decisions. Here's where a lot of people get stuck. They typically overbuild their first properties, and then they don't learn those lessons. Or on the flip side of that, they're cash restricted, so they underbuild and they try to get by with whatever they can get by with. The goal is not to build the nicest house on the block. It's to build the most efficient, revenue-producing co-living asset. Every dollar you spend should have a job. And during your conversion process, depending upon how you're going to do your financing, if you're going to use the normal BRRRR method, so you're going to buy it distressed and you're going to renovate it back to a single family asset and then do a ARV or appraisal in order to get a DSCR loan, you better understand that there's limitations to how you're renovating. Your GC and you should be on the same exact plan. They should understand my first person that I need to appease is the appraiser and the lender for my single family renovation. So you have to know your limitations are based on ARV. Know your neighborhood. Know what the market rates are. Don't overdo it, you're never going to get those dollars back. Keep that in mind. So understanding your ARV from the appraisal, your refinancing strategy, and you and the GC are on the same page along with your lenders. Also understand your neighborhoods. That'll tell you what the pricing limitations are, and always have an alternative exit strategy. Do not overpay. I hear so many people that I talk to every single week. New investors come in and they talk to a realtor and they say, hey, logically speaking, you should buy this house that I presented to you for $300,000. It's going to appraise at $300,000. Why? Because look at it. It's fully renovated. You don't have to do much renovation work on this property. It's renovated for a single family. It's not renovated for our exit strategy. It doesn't make any sense. Those same dollars that fix and flipper put into that renovation, you would have been better off using those dollars knowing our exit strategy even before you start. So yes, it matters. The HVAC that you put in and the tonnage matters. The size of the water heater matters. The amount of electricity that's on the panel matters. These are the kind of decisions where if you understand our business of co-living and reverse engineer it into the acquisition and the renovation, you can utilize those same renovation dollars completely different. So do not buy something at market value and then have to do the conversion on top of it, because those are sunken extra dollars that you will never get out of the house, and you can't begin to scale your portfolio because your first property has $100,000 stuck in it. I don't care how much you want to get into the business and you feel like, oh, I'm missing out. Avoid the FOMO. The fear of missing out. Avoid FOBO, the fear of a better offer. Avoid FOFU, the fear of messing up. These are things, if you understand our business and reverse engineer it, you will make better decisions. All right, let's tie it all together here. So let's bring this all together. A successful co-living property conversion. It's not about fancy finishes or applying your personal taste and having a theme for every single room. It's not an HGTV design show. It's about revenue optimization, delivering a quality member tenant experience while keeping in mind the operational efficiency of your business. Because when you get the conversion right, everything downstream gets easier. You get better tenants, better customers. You get longer, more profitable tenure. You get higher returns, and then you have built a business that actually scales. In the next module, we're going to take this property that you have and bring it to life. We're going to talk about all the different strategies around furnishing, some of the design choices that are actually going to drive ROI. This is how we take the reverse engineer of our business and we actually apply it.